Hi, 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 beautiful, beautiful people whom I love, which is all of you, as you well know. I want to speak about awakening and what awakening actually means, and how does one term oneself as being awakened or awakened? Yeah, I don't think one can ever term oneself as being awakened, although yes, because one has been awoken, but you can never truly be awakened unless you are Creator Source God. Yes? Or am I mixing things up? What does it mean to be awakened or to be awakening? I mean, yeah. And I think a lot of people who have recently come to the Great Awakening, if you like, for want of a better description, at the beginning of these lockdowns and the COVID drama pandemic that we've all experienced in one form or another, just because some people have different viewpoints on it doesn't make their experience any less valid or relevant than anybody else's. So yeah, awakening, what does it mean? And for me, what happened to me? How did I suddenly start awakening? Because it feels like it's sudden, and it feels like I've been awakening for quite some time, but I think, to a certain degree, we're born awake, if you like, and it's just safer and easier to go back to sleep, or I don't know. It's a really interesting question as to what it actually means. A lot of people would say, that they're awake to the corruption and it's sheer nonsense of the world as is, in terms of war and politics and corporations and famine and greed and what else? Corruption and fat cats and politics and all that sort of stuff. That's just beyond the pale, quite frankly, when you look at it, when you actually see it for what it is. The breadth and depth of corruption and horror in this world is, quite frankly, flabbergasting. It's insane, the fact that, honestly, it's like, hats off. Well done. To the anti-life brigade, the people who want to keep us small and locked in and enslaved in a system that does not serve us. Oh, yeah, bloody hell. Fucking hell. It's insane. It's insane that they've managed to pull the blinkers over the eyes of the human population and keep us busy, embroiled with work and jobs and survival, when there's plenty of Mother Earth's resources to go around. The only reason, and I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings or upset anybody who's has certain viewpoints, long held beliefs in society, or those so-called societal structures, or institutions, right? I am not discrediting or disavowing anybody's viewpoint or feelings or ways of being, actually. No one, definitely not. You know, if I met you face to face, let's have a discussion if I do not agree with your ways of being. But, you know, that's up to you. I'm happy to talk about any of it all day long as nobody's, you know, being disrespectful or abusive. You know, you might not want to play those games with me because I tend to win, but that's by the by. That's by the by. Where was I going with this? Yeah, so these, I'm right, looking at the Queen's death, right, and the amount of money that's been handed over tax-free to King Charles. That's enough money to bloomin' make a huge dent in world hunger and poverty, isn't it? I mean, even just in this country, surely that monies could be used to elevate people. And I'm not just saying give them a sandwich and keep them fed for a few days. I mean, to actually elevate people out of poverty and hunger and help to educate's maybe not the right word, but to release people from these bonds of slavery that they're in, be it to the television or fast food or drugs and alcohol or tobacco or whatever it is that's made them the money that they've got. Don't forget, you know, don't forget. So, yes, celebrate and recognise how far that we've come as a culture, as a society, but also look at how at the darkness and the underbelly of that and say, do you know what, by looking at that we can do something about it. We don't have to hang our heads in shame. We can get on it, that something can be done. If you're in a position of power, you don't I mean, these people are, you know, yeah, it's ludicrous, it's nonsense, it's incredible. But that's what I'm saying about what is awakening, actually. You know, so you're awake to the problems in government, you're awake to the, you know, the whole Commonwealth, which is not a Commonwealth, it's like loads of money belonging to a royal family taken from the common people of all of those different countries, you know, that have been, and it's easier to adopt that. If you can't beat them, join them. It really is. It's like, yeah, if you can't beat them, you join them, don't you? You go, yeah, because that's the only way to survive. That's the only way to make it through. Yeah, when everybody else is doing it anyway. So I mean, it all makes sense how things have come to this stage. It's not rocket science. But for me, on the other side, I don't even know what it is that's woken me up, but it's like, I know I've found creator source God in all of this, because if that level of evil does exist, that we are, well, I mean, the level of evil does exist, right? You've got cannibal restaurants, you've got children going missing day in, day out, like bloody Clockwork Orange, you know, in all countries all around the world. I mean, what's happening there? You've got corrupt systems. You know, why? Why so much bad, dark evil? Because evil exists, right? So what's on the other side of that? I'll tell you what's on the other side of that. It's God, creator, source. That's what's on the other side of it. That's what the true awakening is. That's That's what the real awakening is. It's not, oh, woe is me, look how dark and terrible everything is. It's, wow, actually, that's all bullshit. And it is literally bullshit. It's time to wake up and smell the roses, because humanity is the roses. We are what creation's all about. Well, for us anyway. We're the zenith. You know, we are beloved. We are here at this point in creation, able to tip the balance. Yeah. So what is awakening? Do we ever truly awaken? Or are we ever truly awakened? I don't know. There we go.